My name is Brian Glick, and we're going to look today at sweeping with Sumi Gaeshi when our partner is very insistent on posting their hand to prevent us from sweeping. So what do we need in order to be able to execute a proper Sumi Gaeshi? Well, we need a few different things. The first thing that we need is to move offline. Initially, we begin often in front of our partner in a standard classic butterfly guard position. Good Sumi Gaeshis happen when we tuck a leg and move into half butterfly rather than full butterfly with both feet inside. We have a little bit of an angle so that we have space that our partner can fall into. Next, we need to have some sort of contact or connection with our partner. And there are a number of ways that we can get this grip. A lot of times you'll see there we can get a belt grip from the front, a belt grip from the back. We can throw off a collar grip, no gi. There are tons of other variations. We can go collar tie or underhook. So for today, we're going to look at the most basic variation, which is an underclasp grip on the belt, where we begin with a cross grip to pull and draw our partner forward so our head is under their head, and then the right hand goes around the corner and controls the belt right in the middle. And then next, what we're looking to do is gather our partner's arm, bring it across their center line, or at least to their center line, so that they're in a position where they can do a forward roll over their right shoulder. Then we tuck the leg, tilt, elevate, and sweep our partner through. So that's what we're looking to do with our ideal Sumi Gaeshi. Okay, you're not always going to get that, but that's what we're going for. Your partner knows this, and so oftentimes in the heat of the training, you'll find that you can get this belt grip or an underhook or an underclasp or a collar grip or a collar tie, but catching that second arm can be very, very difficult. And we've seen that there are a couple of ways we can do it. There are some times where it just seems like it's too far away. So when this happens and we feel like we can't reach it, but we do want to go for Sumi Gaeshi and we've partly committed to it already, we're going to use an underclasp in order to be able to take our partner's base away. So what does that look like? Well, normally we're looking to get a grip over our partner's arm, draw it in, and keep it tight to us. However, instead of looking to get our grips first, in this case, we're going to look to off-balance our partner first. We have our we have our belt grip, we have our post foot underneath, that's going to be our hook, we have our bottom leg, that's going to be our drive leg. We're going to dive towards our partner's arm with the goal of putting our elbow directly around our partner's wrist. So it's going to look something like this. As he insists on moving that arm out, and we give a little bump out to the side, we're going to dive through so that our elbow goes here underneath our partner's wrist, and our right arm snakes over the top so that we can get a firm grip over our partner's elbow. So we're actually controlling two joints with one arm here. We're controlling our partner's wrist with our elbow, and we're controlling our partner's elbow with our hand. Okay? So we're going to come through and we're going to get this grip. Next, we're going to continue to pull with our right hand to bring our partner forward. We want this hand actually to be stable and secure rather than moving away from us. And then we're going to slip our partner's hand along the mat in the direction that his fingers are pointing. So once we come through here, we're going to elevate slightly so that our partner's hand slides along the mat. Now, once this happens and we have an elongated arm, when our partner goes to pull this arm back, they'll find that because the arm is extended, it's very difficult for them to retract it. At that moment, we tuck, bringing our elbow underneath our ribs, and now our partner's arm is stuck underneath us. We're going to put our head on the mat for base, we're going to plant our left foot, elevate, and we're going to sweep directly over the trapped arm. So, from this angle, we'll take a look at the entry. So, we tuck a leg, we create the angle that we need, and we're in position here. Just rotate slightly, please. So that our legs are in position, we have our belt grip. Our partner goes to plant his hand on the floor. We're going to go chasing that hand. Initially, we give a pull with our right arm, so our right elbow goes high, and our partner has to keep weight on that hand. We don't want that hand constantly coming up off the mat and moving. Once it's flat on the floor, we want to keep it there. So we're going to elevate slightly, give a pull, and then we're going to move a little bit more towards our partner's hand. How do we do that? With our elbow planted rather than our hand or our shoulder, we slide our body close to our partner. Next, we're going to take a scoop grip. So this underclasp scoop grip means that we're going to put our elbow around our partner's wrist. So just sit up for 1 second, please. So we're looking to take our elbow through, almost like a bicep curl, down by our partner's wrist, This hand is going to come here, up, wrapping over our partner's elbow. So we move closer, we catch, and then we collapse. Now we're going to draw our partner slightly forward. As we do, we bring our elbow up towards the line of our shoulder, bringing their hand along the mat in the direction that the fingers are pointing. We rise up slightly, we trap the arm by tucking it underneath our body, and with the left foot planted on the floor here, pinky toes go to the mat. When he goes to resist, he's really only got one option. That's to put his outside hand on the mat in this direction, which doesn't even help very much, because we are still taking him over that central pivot point out by his right arm. So let's go one more time in a slightly different angle. So 1, 2, he plants the hand, we're down, propped up on the elbow, we give a pull, we move our head towards our partner's wrist, we shoot the arm through, capture it, and then we draw our partner's hand forwards in the direction the fingers are pointing. From this position, our left shoulder covers our partner's wrist. When he goes to retract it, he finds it almost impossible. We plant the toes, we begin the action of lifting, driving, and settling our partner down for a nice variation on Sumi Gaeshi. Remember that usually the order of operations for Sumi Gaeshi is you get all your grips in place and then you begin to off balance. The nice thing about this variation is that you can have the first part of your grips begin the action of the sweep, then finish by chasing that arm, trapping it with this very powerful scoop grip, and then finish the sweep effectively. So hopefully this was helpful for you.